I want to thank everybody. For joining on this morning for the Black Business Accelerator with Amazon. I am Michael White, Business Development Manager for the Metropolitan Business League. And just as importantly, we want to thank everybody that has kind of been involved with this movement at a time like this. Of course, we've been talking about how we need to move our culture forward and how we can wrap our arms around each other. And this is just one of those small ways that we as a culture can move forward. We want to thank Amazon, Congressman McKeachin, for allowing us to have this moment. Before I get rolling and before we get rolling into this important moment, I want to introduce, I want to say, we know him as a congressman, but to me, he's truly a brother. He's truly someone that has done so much personally for my life and for so many Virginians for over the years and years. He was the first elected to represent the 4th Congressional District of Virginia in the United States House of Representatives. And that was back November 8, 2016. Since then, Representative McKeachin has been selected by his colleagues to serve. He's the co-chair of the House Democratic Environmental Message Team, co-chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, Transportation Infrastructure, Environment and Energy Policy Council, and vice chair of the Sustainable Energy and Environment Coalition. But most importantly, this man is the son of an Army veteran and a public school teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, to get us started, just to say a couple of words, please welcome Congressman. Well, let's pivot. He's on his way. So with him being on the way, we do have others that are on that will speak for us today. This lady that will speak first, incredible woman. Alyssa Betts is the Director of Public Policy, leading Amazon's brand protection and customer trust policy team, supporting Amazon's U.S. retail operation on policies related to brands, protection, counterfeiting, product safety, and small businesses. Prior to joining Amazon, Alyssa served as head of the Federal Affairs U.S. for Verizon Media, Yahoo and AOL, where she worked on policy issues impacting the media and technology landscape. Prior to joining Yahoo, Alyssa worked at a boutique government relations firm where she represented Fortune 100 tech clients on a range of policy issues. Alyssa was also a legislative counsel on Capitol Hill and worked on legislation related to top internet regulation, copyright reform, government surveillance, and criminal sentencing. Before arriving on Capitol Hill, Alyssa served as the judicial law clerk for the Honorable Judge Jeanette Clark in the District of Columbia Superior Court. She holds a JD from Howard University and a law, shout out to the HBCU, that's what I'm talking about, and a law and a BA in political science from Spelman College. She is barred in Washington, D.C. and Maryland and resides in Silver Spring with her husband and 2 children. Ladies and gentlemen, Alyssa.
Thanks so much, Micah. I'm going to have you read my bio everywhere I go because you make me sound awesome. Thank you so much. I really want to first start off saying thank you for the opportunity to come and talk to you today, for inviting Amazon to discuss our Black Business Accelerator. And this is an initiative we've launched to help build sustainable equity and growth for Black-owned businesses by positioning them as sellers in our store. We really appreciate the partnership in this effort and many others. And we are so pleased to have the opportunity to work with Congressman McKeachin's office over the years. And we are so impressed with his work to combat climate change, reduce carbon emissions, protect our planet, and just all of the work he's done in Congress since he's been a member. As Micah said, my name is Alyssa Betts, and I'm the Director of Public Policy at Amazon, leading our brand protection and customer trust team. One of the best things about my job is that I get to talk to folks like you and share how our policies and programs related to small businesses and brands, anti-counterfeiting protection, and product safety benefit our customers and business leaders like yourselves. At Amazon, supporting small and medium-sized businesses is fundamental to our work, and it's an extension of what we describe as our customer-centric culture. In Virginia alone, there are more than 42,000 small and medium business sellers and independent authors who are growing their businesses with our company. Last year, we invested more than $18 billion in logistics, tools, programs, and people to help our selling partners manage and grow their business. And we are also investing in supporting minority-owned businesses. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I want to share with you how we're continuing to support Black-owned businesses, specifically through the Black Business Accelerator. So how did this begin? Well, together with our Black Employee Network, the Minority Business Development Agency, the U.S. Black Chambers, and others, we developed the BBA as a program that was designed to give Black entrepreneurs the resources they need to help address inequities and optimize success selling on Amazon. We're excited and optimistic to embark upon this journey to welcome many more Black business owners to the opportunities of selling on Amazon. And this, in our mind, will help generate wealth for them, for Black business owners, their employees, and their communities. Let me introduce you now to my colleague, Brandy Nellums. She's going to walk us through how the Black Business Accelerator works and how you can participate. And I see we might have the congressman on. So before I introduce her, I'll turn it back over to Mike or to the congressman if he would like to give remarks now.
Awesome. I think we're there. I know he was getting situated a second ago.
Okay.
First of all, thank you, Alyssa, for getting us started. And as the congressman come on, I want to say something real quick. You know, sometimes we can read bios, but when I first moved to Richmond, Virginia, that was a law firm called McKeachin and G. And everybody in our neighborhood said, if you needed some true help, you better go see McKeachin and G. Congressman McKeachin has been serving our community for years and years on so many different platforms. Some people just know him as congressman, but I've known him to be such a pillar in the community in Richmond. And I have to, and I would be remiss if I didn't shout out his lovely wife, Colette McKeachin, and they are the parents of 3 adult children. So if he's ready, can Congressman McKeachin come in and give us just a few words to get us started with this Black Business Accelerator? Congressman McKeachin, are you here with us? Maybe still getting situated. Okay, we'll pivot to Brandy, and then after Brandy, at that point, we can hopefully bring the congresswoman in. So Alyssa, you want to bring Brandy on?
Sure, and Brandy is such a strong lead and advocate for the Black Business Accelerator. And I've had the honor of working with her for the past number of months since we launched the Accelerator on this project. So I'm always glad to be able to hear her talk about it. Every time I feel like I learn something new, even though I feel like I know a bit about it. But Brandy is a small business enthusiast, and she has a passion for helping brands communicate strategic messages, market products and services, and drive positive business results. And in her role as PR and executive communications manager for small business empowerment at Amazon, Brandy gets to share all of the ways that Amazon supports and empowers small businesses, including the nearly 2 million small and medium-sized businesses that sell in Amazon stores. So I'll turn it over to Brandy, and she can walk us through the BBA program. Brandy?
Thank you, Alyssa, and thank you everyone for joining us this morning. Good morning from the West Coast. So it's currently 7 a.m. my time, but so happy to be able to share more about Amazon's Black Business Accelerator with you. As Alyssa said in her opening, this initiative was created to spur growth and advance equity for Black-owned businesses. We focus on 3 pillars: financial support, education and mentorship, and marketing and promotion. There are a suite of dedicated resources with this initiative, and it's backed by a $150 million 4-year commitment, truly designed to position Black entrepreneurs, Black small business owners as successful sellers in our store. Before diving really deep into the framework of the program, I think it's important to set a foundation of why selling in Amazon's store is a worthwhile opportunity for Black entrepreneurs. Okay, great. There are 3 core principles that we know at Amazon that our customers value most. That's wide selection. You know, from the A to Z of the smile of Amazon's logo, we do strive to be the everything store where customers can find what they need. The second principle being affordable prices, and the third being convenience, the ability to shop, reliable, fast delivery, speed, and pickup. Those are 3 core values that customers have when shopping our store. This is a look at our reach. We are the #1 shopping destination for more than half of all shoppers across the US with disposable income earning more than 100K per year. There are more than 300 million customers who shop our store. We have more than 200 million active Prime members worldwide and more than 200 million US monthly unique visitors coming to shop our store to find their needs. So lots of opportunity there. This sets a foundation here. Around 75% of customers who come to our store are looking to discover new brands and products. 78% of all shopping inquiries in our store are brand agnostic, to say that people are looking for laundry detergent instead of insert brand name here, which really shows that there is opportunity to be able to surface your products across and compete with those larger brands in our store. And 52% of shoppers are more willing to buy a brand that they're not familiar with in our store than they would at any other store, whether that be in person or another online store. Again, setting the foundation that selling in our store provides an immense amount of opportunities to get in front of customers. About 2 weeks ago, we launched our small business empowerment report, which really sets the foundation for how it is that we invest in our selling partners. And so Alyssa mentioned earlier that in 2020, we invested more than $18 billion in seller success. And here are the results of that. In the 12-month period ending September of 2021, American sellers averaged more than $200,000 in sales in that year. They sold more than 7,400 products per minute and a total of 3.8 billion products in our store throughout that time. So there is immense opportunity for sales and wealth and revenue creation here. And so the Black Business Accelerator was born to ensure that Black entrepreneurs have the knowledge that they need and the information available to them to tap into this success. A little bit about the Black Business Accelerator in detail here, now that we understand why positioning sellers as successful partners with us in our stores is a great opportunity. This is a program that centers around, again, financial support, strategic business guidance and mentorship, as well as marketing and promotional support. And again, it's all about driving sustainable equity for Black-owned businesses. We're talking about sales for Black entrepreneurs, which leads to an ability for them to pay employees and communities. That is wealth and generational creation there that we want to ensure that we're helping people play a part in. And who is this program for? I continue to say Black entrepreneurs, Black small business owners. We define that in the way that the leading certifying agencies do. So we rely on certifications from NMSDC, SAM.gov, SBA, and Supplier Gateway. And generally that definition means that the business must be at least 51% Black owned, managed, controlled. There are two questions that I usually get when I'm presenting about the Black Business Accelerator. And one of them is, how is this different from other programs that other companies have launched? And I always say that I believe that Amazon is best positioned to drive and teach e-commerce online selling success to businesses. We know online selling and retail very, very well. The second differentiating factor is that this is not a reactive response to the calls for racial justice last year or corporate action. This is truly a program that was born from employee passion. And to set that point, I'd like to introduce you to Tiffany Johnson. You may have seen this commercial. It ran nationally for a few months over the summer, but Tiffany Johnson is the brain power behind Amazon's Black Business Accelerator. We have a couple of leadership principles here at Amazon that drive our decision-making. There are 16 of them, and 2 of them are on full display with this program. The first being Think Big, which is a matter of great ideas come from anywhere. Leaders are always pushing boundaries and borders to really drive customer success. You'll see that here with this program and Tiffany. And the second is ownership, which says that leaders, no matter where you stand in the company, have the opportunity to put forth long-term valuable programming that really drives success for our customers. Because as Alyssa said, we are a very customer-centric organization, and they never say that's not my job. Tiffany has been at Amazon now for 5 years. She's a leader in our Black Employee Network Affinity Group and an entrepreneur herself. In her role, helping US-based sellers expand into Canada and into Mexico so that they could grow across North America, she recognized while working with them and helping them increase their sales that not a lot of them looked like her or reflected her as she was looking at their numbers and having these video calls with them. And so she developed an hypothesis that said, maybe my community, maybe Black entrepreneurs don't know the opportunity that Amazon provides to help them grow sales and build and drive growth for their businesses. And so she laid the foundation for what currently is Amazon's Black Business Accelerator. And I will share this video so that you can hear from her directly.
Only 6% of U.S. retail businesses have a Black owner. That needs to change. So I did something. I created a Black Business Accelerator at Amazon. And now we have a program that's dedicated to making tomorrow a better day for Black businesses. I am Tiffany, and it's just the beginning.
Okay, and that is Tiffany. And as I said, this is not a reactive call to a lot of what we saw last year, but we do get that question of why now? And we think that now is always the time to do the right thing and impact positive change when we're able. But we also saw that, research data shows us that Black entrepreneurs have less access to capital and the pillars that we're focusing on in this initiative around mentorship and networking. They're also significantly underrepresented in retail. We know that they represent only 6% of US retail business ownership, while Black Americans represent 14% of the full population. And I probably don't have to tell those of you on this call the disproportionate impact that Black entrepreneurs felt and are currently feeling as we're still navigating COVID and working to enter recovery. This is a list of the program benefits that are associated with Amazon's Black Business Accelerator. You are paired with an account manager, so there's that one-to-one personal guidance for at least a year so that you have the opportunity to both understand the learning curve that comes with selling on Amazon specifically in our store, as well as online e-commerce, and then strategies and tools to gain customers, the data that you need to apply to improve product sales on our site. That's really great strategic advisory there. There's a $500 credit to assist with startup and operational cost for newly launched sellers. We will help you with imaging for up to 50 of your products at no cost to you. Want to make sure that your products are visually appealing and again, attractive to customers in our store. We do provide access to $400 in advertising credits to help you get in front of customers more readily. Super important here around the holidays as well to apply those benefits. There's marketing and promotion. We have a few dedicated opportunities for Black-owned businesses, like our Black-owned business storefront. We have an indie or independent beauty page that surfaces unique brands, Black-owned brands as well. There's opportunities for cash grants. Periodically throughout the program, we do open up various rounds of cash grant funding, and we also do pair cash grants with other benefits of the program for participants. So always opportunities there for access to capital, as well as our new Amazon Community Lending in partnership with Lendistry, a CDFI, so that we can ensure that people who potentially have not qualified for loans in the past are able to get the funding that they need, again, to grow their business. And then there's access to mentorship programs and guidance from small business thought leaders. We announced 2 weeks ago the upcoming launch of BBA Connect, which is a dedicated mentorship program, another year where we're pairing you with people in Black entrepreneurship spaces who have seen success and driven success for themselves so that you can have a one-on-one relationship with them, meet your peers, meet other Amazon sellers, and have that networking opportunity to build community. So lots of exciting things going on with this program. This is a look at what 2 of our Black-owned business storefronts look like. We do have one dedicated for consumers, and we also have one dedicated for business-to-business purchases. Our Amazon business store is a great opportunity to get in front of civic and government and corporate buyers. So there's an opportunity to expand to both B2B and B2C spaces. And very quickly, I'd like to share kind of what some BBA participants are saying. We have more than 1,000, we have thousands of businesses who have signed up to participate in this initiative. And Karen Blackwell, founder and CEO of Sage and Alms, is one of them. She's based out of LA. And this is her quote. She talks about since enrolling in the program, being able to enhance her listings and the imaging services where we've taken photos of her chocolate and her sustainable products to build brand awareness. And she certainly has leveraged the advertising credits and seen significant growth of her business. She has 2 different brands that she currently sells on Amazon, and she very much values her account manager, that coach, that cheerleader, someone to really champion her through as she navigates selling on Amazon and growing her business. Ready to get started. There are just a few quick and easy steps. There is a website, amazon.com/BBA, that you can visit. That'll come up on a slide in a minute if you want to jot that down. We want to make sure that you obtain your certification that identifies and demonstrates that you are a Black-owned business. And there are some other tools to help guide you through that process. But once you complete that intake form at amazon.com/BBA, you do receive communication from us and our team. We have a dedicated account management team who will take you from intake form to program participant to selling on Amazon and assist in driving your success from there. These again are the 4 entities that we currently accept certifications from: SAM.gov, SBA, NMSDC, and Supplier Gateway. And again, this is the website, amazon.com/BBA. Thanks again for your time. Really excited to present this and share, and of course, open to any questions that you all might have.
Thank you, Brandy. Got me excited, made me thinking I'm gonna sell some cookies or something on Amazon. Let me get my stuff together. Well, before we go into Q&A, I will say, if you do have any questions, please put those questions into the chat. But the man of the hour has shown up. He's sitting there circling around in his chair. I've given you, Congressman McEachin, I've given you 4 introductions already, so they know everything about you. So at this moment, can we please hear from you, my brother, the Congressman? Thank you for joining us, Congressman McEachin.
Thank you, my brother. It's so good to see you, and I hope you're doing well and having much success. Good morning, everybody. I'm Donald McEachin, and I have the privilege of representing Virginia's 4th Congressional District, which stretches from the great city of Richmond all the way down to parts of Chesapeake and Suffolk. I want to thank all of you all for being here today, and I want to give a particular shout out to the Metropolitan Business League for co-hosting today's event. As you all know, small businesses are literally the backbone of our economy, and I'm committed to fighting for their interests while I'm in Congress and even when I'm not. They must continue to thrive. I know y'all don't think of lawyers as small businessmen, but I was once a lawyer at a small business. It's called a law firm, and we had to do all the same things that many of you all do. We had to market. We had to find that capital that Brandy was talking about so that we could launch our business. So I've walked in your shoes and I've felt your challenges. And of course, I fully understand how the virus and the pandemic has placed an awful burden on American families, workers, small business owners, but the disproportionate effect it has had on our community has been nothing short of devastating. That's why now more than ever, it's so important that we find the necessary resources and support systems and get them in place for our businesses. Black entrepreneurs and Black-owned small businesses play a crucial role in the local economies throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia and across this nation. They help stimulate economic activity, create local jobs for residents, and provide important contributions, goods, and services to their communities. It is imperative that they have access to the necessary resources, networks, and connections to succeed. Again, I want to commend the Metropolitan Business League for your 50 years plus of service and dedication to fostering business development and the expansion of businesses for women and minority owners. I look forward to today's discussion and presentation from Amazon on their Black Business Accelerator program. Our communities and economies are stronger when we are all working together. That's when we're at our best. So thank you for your hard work. and for allowing me to trespass on your time briefly this morning. And God bless.
Thank you, Brother McKeechin. We appreciate all you've done over the years, and you are one of those that truly deserve all the flowers that you get. So thank you for your involvement, just not in this, but in everything you've done over the years. We appreciate you, man. And it's good to see you too. I'm trying to be all professional, but it's just good to see you, brother. It is just good to see you.
Good to see you too, my friend.
All right. So back to the Q&A. If there are any questions, please put those questions in the chat for any concerns or questions or excitement that you may have that you want to know a little bit more information. I will personally start with a quick question that maybe Alyssa or Brandy can answer. It's going to be pretty general. What is because as I sit with the Metropolitan Business League, a lot of time, African-American business, small women and minority business, we want to go after these things, but we're missing certain criterias or qualifications to be able to attain what we're after. What have you noticed is one of the greatest obstacles that has held a lot of Black businesses back from taking a part in the Black Business Accelerator?
I would say that the requirement of certification is certainly a step that many businesses that are, retail focused or interested just in selling online would not normally obtain that type of certification. And that's why we provide options. So there are options depending on your business, like what you think is going to provide the most value in the long term for those certifications, and you get to choose. So we do provide various options. They have various, cost and time associated, but as you decide what's best for you, we will accept either of those four. So that is certainly one step, I think, that adds to the process. But as you can imagine, for validation and third-party verification, that certification is pretty important. But beyond just access to our program, those certifications provide a number of benefits to your business if you want to grow in the supplier diversity spaces and participate in other retail opportunities. So there's an equal amount of value to the work associated with obtaining one.
Awesome. Alyssa, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I'd also say that one of the unique things about BBA is that we are sort of opening a door, and it can be intimidating to think about becoming an online seller if you're not one, or trying to take an idea or a product that you may have already developed and transitioning that into a space where you can sell it to a particular audience. And the beauty of the BBA is that you have a partner in that effort. So after getting that certification or beginning the process of beginning that certification, once you go through submitting your information through that portal that Brandy mentioned earlier, you are beginning the journey with us to becoming an online seller, and we're your partner in that effort. And I find that sometimes having that partner when we talk to small business sellers, just having that person out there where you can ask questions, get mentorship. You heard about all the benefits that you get when you become a part of the BBA program. That helps, and it takes some of the feelings of fear that might accompany becoming a seller away. So I think that is a barrier that we try to help alleviate through this program.
Awesome. And that is very important, that barrier word, because that has been something that we've been trying to overcome for quite some time. So me personally, it's funny that this comes up. So I'm an avid golfer. I find golf balls on the course. And what my goal is to do once I get to 5,000 golf balls, to sell them all and disperse the money amongst HBCU golf teams. Are there any charitable, any charitable aspects to this, or is it pretty straightforward where the client, or should I say the seller, is sort of responsible for everything that it does after the sale? Or is there anything that's charitable attached to this effort?
We don't have a specific charitable angle to this particular program. Nonprofits, if you happen to have a nonprofit and you have a physical product to sell, you would be eligible to enroll in the BBA program, and you would talk with the account manager about your eligibility once you began that enrollment process. So there are multiple ways to do this. Really, we're looking for widening the door for as many Black-owned businesses as we can possibly serve. So really the call to action here in my mind and in the other events that I've participated in where we're talking about what this program does is to say, if you have a product, if you have a physical product to sell, even if you are like close to having that physical product completed, go online, check out what the program has to offer, get enrolled, let us talk to you about what your goals are and what you're trying to do, and we'll go from there. Don't self-disqualify yourself.
Thank you for saying that last part. Don't self-disqualify yourself, because that happens a lot. And it happens when we don't really understand what the journey is going to take. But it seems like Amazon and you all are doing a great job of making sure that you walk people through the process, even if they feel like they're not ready yet. Awesome. So this is what we're going to do. We have no questions in the chat. I will wrap up, and then I'll let Alyssa say a couple of final words. I will wrap up by saying, by anyone that is on this call, that you have a business, you think you want to start a business, this is something that is very intriguing to you, and you're like, I want to get ready, call us, the Metropolitan Business League. It is our job to serve this community, to make sure that if you're ready, we get you more sustainable, and if you're not ready, we get you ready. We do have one question that has come in, Alyssa. Is the Black Business Accelerator program open to brick and mortar businesses who wish to sell online as well?
Yes, it is. As long as you have a physical product to sell, you can enroll in the BBA program. And I like that question because as we've transitioned to this pandemic era, as people are doing more online, whether it's through online retail, Zoom meetings, education, we really see the power of what e-commerce can bring, and Amazon plays a really strong role in that. And we are very fortunate to be able to partner with small businesses so they can get their products out to more people than ever before. And you heard Brandy kind of talk about the stats from last year that we reported on in our small business report. And it's mind-blowing. And we're so pleased to see the success that small and medium-sized businesses have had. We want more of that. We want Black-owned businesses to be able to participate in that. And brick and mortar sellers should think about transitioning to selling online if they haven't already, and this is one opportunity to do so.
Awesome. So yeah, if you got a brick and mortar, sign up. They got you covered. So again, anyone that needs any help to that brick and mortar, you ever asked that question, reach out to us, the NBL. Let us be a supporter also through this process so that we can send you to them even more ready. And you can also have me or Floyd Miller, our president and CEO, help you out through this process. So those are my final words. If there are any other questions, Alyssa, would you like to close with some final words?
Absolutely. Well, first, it was really nice to have an opportunity to talk to everybody about the program. I understand you may not have questions now, but if you do, please feel free to reach out to Micah, to the Congressman's office. They'll get you our information, and we're happy to provide any additional information you might need. And of course, we are just always pleased to participate in anything that Congressman McEachin does. We are such a fan of all the work that you do in Congress, and are glad to come back anytime that you need us. For the BBA, we know that this is a multi-year effort. We want your partnership. We want this to be a success. We want you to be successful. So if you're a small business owner and you're watching this and think you've got something, please go to the website to learn more about the program, enroll, apply, let us talk to you, tell your friends. This is not something that should be held close. We should share this far and wide. I know I have through my LinkedIn, through conversations with friends and family, through all my social media channels. Whatever way you feel comfortable, please do the same if you have friends and family who might be interested in such a program. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a fantastic day. We really appreciate the time you gave us. Oh, do we have another? I see a hand being held up. Okay.
Yeah, we do have a question. They're coming in,
Sure.
which is good.
That's fine.
Yeah, this question is, do you have, or does Amazon have controlled warehousing for frozen products?
I don't know the answer to that question, but we can get that to you. I suspect we can work with you to figure out a way to, if you had a product that needed to be refrigerated frozen, I suspect we can, we have something that can assist you. But let me take that one as a follow-up and get back to you. Do we have a name for who asked that, Charity?
Yeah.
No
Yes, you
name.
will.
If you could write your name, if you have a next question, we'll be sure to follow up with you if you want to put your name and email in the chat. Thanks.
Okay. And I think there was a question here. It says, or work with third-party fulfillment for Amazon. So Charity, if I'm not mistaken, that is the same person asked that particular question as well?
Yes, that's a follow-up.
Okay. So that full question, Alyssa, to follow back up with them is, does Amazon have temperature control warehousing for frozen products or work with third-party fulfillment for Amazon store?
Yes, and we do have fulfillment services that are available, but I want to make sure I give you the most accurate answer on if you had a frozen product, how would that work? So let me connect you with one of our account manager representatives through the program to make sure you get the right answer on that.
Awesome. Let's see. Oh,
yum.
I know. Yeah, Joy Bell. Joy Bell is one of our greatest members at Metropolitan Business League. You know, sometimes we can help our members look good, but sometimes we have members that help us look good. She's one of those that help us look good. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Alyssa?
No, I was laughing. Now I'm thinking about Thanksgiving and pies and things that I'm not going to be making, but things that I'll be buying, like Joy Bells.
She is a true rock star. Another question: are there any Virginia or Richmond success stories in the BBB that you can share? And are we partnering with any university entrepreneurship program at any of our Virginia HBCUs? If I could real briefly. That last question, are we partnering with any university entrepreneurship programs in any Virginia HBCUs? The NBL is doing a strong entrepreneurship partnership with Virginia State University. So with programs like this and connections and partnerships like this, we really push those that we're serving at Virginia State into these type of buyer-seller relationships. So yes, we do have partnerships with Virginia State University through our City Point Innovation store. So, and Alyssa, do you know of any success stories that have happened in the Virginia or Richmond area?
I can't think of a specific Virginia or Richmond seller as an example. And part of that is because we are getting a lot of applications and enrollment through BBA. And honestly, in my mind, just the enrollment to me is a success. It's not, something that I can put in a video like you saw with Tiffany, but it's a real benefit to both Amazon and to our small business community to be able to participate in that program. And I'm sure that as sellers come out of BBA and complete the enrollment process, we'll have some great examples from Richmond, from the broader Virginia area. We have 42,000 small business sellers in Richmond. And so we are very pleased to grow that number and to be able to expand the ranks of Black businesses within that 42,000. And then, of course, those HBCU partnerships are so critical. We've been telling this BBA story to HBCUs across the United States, and college kids, they're spreading the words themselves. Like, we just kind of tell one audience, they've got it covered from there. But we certainly see the importance of that partnership because entrepreneurs come in all ages, right? They're college kids, they're high school kids. And so we want to make sure we're getting that message out to them. And I love that you're doing your own partnership there. So keep up the good work.
Got it. Well, again, we want to thank everybody for joining us today. And thank you, Amazon, and thank you, Congressman McEachin, just for bringing this moment to fruition. That way, us that want to become part of something special like this will have the opportunity, the understanding, and know where to go to make it happen. So to everyone that is on, thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for joining us. Wish you great success. And if you got any questions, let us know. We will be sharing this particular meeting. I think it's going to be on Facebook, as well as, and I want to get you the right places, Facebook, as well as in the newsletter. So be on the lookout for this particular recording. God bless y'all. Enjoy your day. See you soon.
Bye, everyone.